Cape Town for this story, which relates to water. Very important issue, very much top of mind, particularly here in Gauteng. Well, the Water and Sanitation Department has had a lot to answer for in Parliament today, 8 billion rands worth to be exact. That's how much wasteful expenditure is still unaccounted for. Department officials appeared before the Standing Committee on Public Accounts today in a marathon session. eNCA's Monique Mortlock was there as well, and she joins us as well from Cape Town. So, Monique, 8 billion rand, it's a lot of wasteful spending. I mean, gosh, that's an eye-watering, excuse the pun, amount. What did the department have to say? Is this just for 1 year? Give us the details.
That's over the course of several years, Sally. A spreadsheet that the department provided to Scopa today details just all of these amounts and what they entail. Some are for various water infrastructure projects, others are for tenders, for service providers, and that 8 billion rand is essentially 15 cases that National Treasury is investigating, and the department is hoping that National Treasury will condone that 8 billion rand as it has done with 1 billion rand. Some of those expenses date back to the 2017-2018 financial year, the 2016-2017 financial year, and also the 2020-21 financial year. And the department was saying that it is trying to clear a massive backlog in cases of irregular and fruitless expenditure, and it's hoping to clear this backlog by March 2024. It says that it's put in different control mechanisms in place, which has been lacking in the department, and this is just one of the reasons that it gave for this high amount of irregular expenditure. I managed to speak to the Deputy Minister, and she had this to say when it came to that irregular expenditure.
When you talk about the unauthorized expenditures, irregular expenditure, when there is different people doing almost similar things, but not working together, you end up having those challenges that we have seen in the department. I also need to indicate that with the work that we have been able to do, going to all the provinces, having a water summit, we're able to understand exactly what are the things that we need to do, and the reorganization of the department in particular, focusing on the mandate of the department, is one of the things that we can be able to say, when we say, indeed, trust us, we should be able to work.
And it's quite interesting what we've seen over the last few months is that the Water Minister, Senzo Mchunu, has taken quite an active role in some municipal water problems. We've seen that in Gqeberha. We're also seeing in Gauteng this week that the National Minister is taking quite firm control around our water restriction problems. In terms of this 8 billion rands worth of wasteful expenditure, as you've explained, accumulated over a number of years, was there any clear explanation today of who is actually going to be held accountable?
This is exactly what MPs wanted to know. In fact, EFF MP Veronica Mente, she said that she was going through the spreadsheet and she noticed that there was a couple of names of employees that popped up regularly as being either involved in or allegedly responsible for some of the irregular expenditure, and she questioned why it seems as if the department doesn't have proper protocols in place to deal with these people, to hold them accountable. She said that it seems as if a person is found to have been involved in wrongdoing, their name gets placed on a paper, and then that's it. What happens then? What steps is the department taking to recoup that money that was found to have been misused? And she, along with other MPs, questioned other projects that seem to have never taken place. They called it ghost projects. Like she said, there was one instance where it was noted down over R1 million was spent on a borehole project in Guyana, and she has done her own investigations and found nothing of the sort has ever taken place. So she wanted to know, what is the department doing to hold those responsible to account, whether it be to suspend them or to fire them. And Minister Mchunu, as you mentioned, he has played an active role, especially we've seen in the Gauteng metros where there have been issues with water boards, and he has given the assurance, in fact he has asked the MPs to have confidence in the department, in the leaders and management, in that they are taking a firm hold on municipalities in trying to recoup the debt from municipalities, in trying to ensure that water boards and the department and water user services are working together. This is also something that Deputy Minister spoke about when I asked her whether there will be anyone being held accountable for all of these, for all of this money that we see has been misused over the last few years. This is what she had to say.
There's over 300 cases which actually now are being investigated, some of them almost reaching finality, and a whole lot of people who actually have been suspended. Some of them have been dismissed, and some of them there is progress at different phases of people who actually consequence management in the Department of Water and Sanitation is really going to the core of the challenges which are there.
And it's a crucial issue. We've heard that the next 5 years are going to be absolutely imperative, a risky time to get our water stocks protected, get the infrastructure, get the maintenance in place. If we don't do that and we don't sort out the problems and the inefficiencies, we are in for some very serious water problems in the years ahead, and looking at the money is a crucial aspect of that. Thank you so much. That, of course, is Monique Mortlock coming to us live from Cape Town. Now, still to